I agree with everyone here about the value and the quality. I hear their company has really gone downhill after they appeared on Shark Tank. Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are having a lovely, wonderful, fantastic day. Okay, so I know that we've started advent calendar season and technically it's no longer Halloween. You can't look at in reality, in actuality, it is no longer Halloween. However, this video that I'm making today, I did not have the time to get it up before the end of October. But I still really wanted to post it because it's a recreation of a box that we unboxed together. We went shopping, Rin looked cute, he was wearing bat wings. And I also wanted to do like a little, just not like a lot of exposing, but just a little bit of exposing. Do like a little discussing about the whole like company of Ready Festive. I looked into it a little bit and there's just some things. If you guys don't care to do a little bit of Halloween shopping, that's what we're gonna be doing today. But first, I did want to talk about Ready Festive like as a company. After that last video, like you and I both kind of agreed that maybe the box like wasn't the best. Maybe the value wasn't there. Maybe it was a little bit of a ripoff even perhaps. So I saw a few of your all's comments and some of you guys had mentioned that this company was on Shark Tank. So I went and looked at like the Shark Tank episode and then it just got me thinking kind of about the company. So this is all I found out about it. So they went on Shark Tank and they did end up getting a deal. I don't know much about Shark Tank or business, even though I have like 3 of them. I don't. They ended up getting $250,000 for 18% equity, and is that good? I'm not sure. They wanted not that. They didn't want 18% equity. They wanted something less. But that's what they ended up getting, so they did end up getting a Shark Tank deal. Now, a few people had said in the comments that after they got the Shark Tank deal, that's when they started like going downhill a little bit. So like this comment here says, I agree with everyone here about the value and the quality. I hear their company has really gone downhill after they appeared on Shark Tank. This person said, did they always send out warehouse items made in China? Yes. Did it always feel overpriced? Yes. But then they started overcharging me for boxes I added on, and after they went on Shark Tank, their customer service became absolutely non-existent. They didn't respond to any of my emails. I had to go and remove my credit card number from my account because I couldn't even unsubscribe. Never got the overcharges fixed, and they definitely ignore your preferences. So we got some not so fantastic feedback. Honestly, there aren't like a ton of reviews and things like online about this subscription box. I have seen some other unboxings on YouTube, and honestly, like the unboxings haven't been fantastic, and the comment section of those unboxings have been kind of like, not really seeing the value, which is strange because on their Shark Tank episode, they promise equal or greater value in the boxes as to like you going out and purchasing stuff on your own.
And really what we promise our customer is that the total retail value of the items in your box will be equal to, if not greater than, if you were to go out and shop for them yourself.
Which to me, honestly, as somebody who has opened a fair share of subscription boxes in my day, standardly subscription boxes, advent calendars, mystery boxes, all those kind of things like rely on the perceived value to bring people in. So they're like, okay, this box is worth $100, but you're only gonna pay $50. And that's like the catch to bring people in. They're like, oh, okay, well if I'm paying $50, but I'm getting $100 in value, it makes it worth it. But they're saying that you're gonna get like equal to or greater. They don't say how much greater, but they do say potentially equal to. I think they're trying to say that some of the value is coming from like them doing the shopping for you.
You were to go out and shop for them yourself. And then of course, we've saved you the time and the hassle of doing that.
Which would make sense if you were getting a ton of extra value, but you're really not. And you're also giving up the value of being able to choose for yourself. You're completely giving up your own ability to choose, which me personally, I believe that should be reflected in the value of the box. You should be getting a lot more value for not being able to choose. Because even though they promise customization, they promise like a good amount of customization. I know personally for my box, I didn't want farmhouse decor. I definitely didn't want signs with words on them, and I feel like that's the majority of what my box was. So even though you can like pick and choose which boxes that you want, you really can't pick and choose what you want inside those boxes. I feel like on the Shark Tank episode, they were really kind of overstating the customization to the point where like some of the Sharky people were even like, well, how do you keep track of that much inventory if people can like pick from like anything they want? Like how can you handle that much inventory?
How do you keep track then and have so much inventory? Because if I'm getting to pick from everything, you have to pick and pack each thing, right?
The beauty of our business is that it is customizable.
Well, I don't think that's the case. I feel like they probably have some preset boxes and that's just what they send out if you select that you want that box. Now again, I do get other subscription boxes, other home decor subscription boxes that offer pretty much no customization. It's like you get what you get, you don't throw a fit. But when we're looking at something that is $159 plus $30-something in shipping, and they're only giving you the value potentially equal to what you're paying for that with no true customization, I feel like that's kind of an issue because they're offering customization customization as like another level of value, but they're not giving you that value. So they sell 3 different levels of boxes. There's like a mini, a middle size, and a big one. And the average box sells for $127, and apparently it cost them $75 to make that box.
Average box sells for $127 and costs us $75 to make.
However, I personally don't think they have $75 in product in that box, if that makes sense. So like it might take them $75 to make that box, but true, honest to goodness product, I doubt it's worth $75. I'm sure they're taking into account things like the actual physical box itself, the wrapping, the man hours it takes to create the box. They're kind of breaking it down per box based on everything it takes them to make it, which makes sense business-wise to know how much like your product costs. But the interior items themselves, based on what we got, I highly doubt that it cost them $75 to buy all that stuff. Like highly doubt. So many of you guys in the comments were like Dollar General, Dollar Tree, Hobby Lobby, might be even too expensive. And it does appear that a lot of their items come from just like big box factory made things in China that are shipped over wholesale. 2 of the different wholesale manufacturers that I saw in there were Collins Wholesale and Transpac Wholesale. And as you guys will see here in a second, you most definitely can find Collins Wholesale stuff at Home Goods. My biggest issue with this is like it's such an expensive box, but I feel like you're not getting a unique experience. If it was highly customizable, I feel like that would help with like the value and cost, or if they provided more unique items. But the problem is I feel like the items are not unique whatsoever. What's wrong? Do you go outside potty? Do you need to go outside? We'll be right back. Okay, not 100% sure what I left off saying, but talking about like the uniqueness of the items. So if they were super unique items that you could really only find in this box, that might be one thing that might justify the price. The thing about these items like the Transpac Wholesale stuff and the Collins Wholesale stuff, it appears that you can find them in like any Home Goods, at TJ Maxx, Marshalls, basically any TJX store, anywhere. So they're definitely not unique items. These are things that you could very easily and readily find. For instance, there are 1,299 TJ Maxx stores in the US. There are 1,183 Marshalls in the US, and there are 894 Home Goods in the US. So like these kind of items, if I'm able to go out and find them first go, I feel like you could find them just about anywhere for cheaper. So they're promising value, they're promising customization, they're promising all of these things for a very expensive price. And I feel like you can achieve all these things yourself for cheaper. And I fully understand that businesses, no matter if it's the smallest little mom and pop shop to like the biggest company corporation, everybody has to make money. They're selling items so they can make money. I do understand that, but I do also feel like every business from every size needs to provide people with quality and value, and I don't know how much of that we're seeing here. That's my little expose on Ready Festive. I did go ahead and cancel all of my boxes. I feel like this is one that we could probably skip. I'm sure there's more decor boxes I can try. I believe all of those are already canceled. I feel like I wasn't able to cancel one. I think I might be getting a winter box because I was already charged for it, so that's still coming, but everything else should be canceled. And if I feel like I'm missing out on that box, I'll just go to Home Goods. Speaking of which, now we can get on into the recreation portion of this video. So we did do some Home Goods shopping, which is one of my favorite places to go. I called my mom, we packed up Rand's as soon as I finished that video. I literally called my mom and was like, Mom, I got this box and I know I can recreate it for so much less money for cheaper. So we like ran to Home Goods. Now the thing is, you know how I said I did this very late in the month? There was barely anything left. Like it was picked over so much. I was there like 2 days before Halloween. So I feel like I did the best that I could. Honestly, my goal was to recreate this box for like $100. I was like, I'm gonna recreate this $160 box plus like $20 shipping for $100. And truthfully, I probably could have done it even cheaper if I had gone to like the Dollar Tree, the Dollar General. But I knew already, like being that close to Halloween, they were wiped out. There was nothing there. I wanted to stay around $100 budget, and I feel like if I had gone like 2 weeks earlier, it would have been a snap. It would have been easy peasy, lemon squeezy, mac and cheesy. But unfortunately, I went 2 days before Halloween. So our options were very limited. So I feel like I spent a little bit more than I needed to, but we still definitely spent less. We absolutely spent less. Whether you're basing it off like the $160 minus the shipping or the full $181.33 with the shipping, we definitely spent less. So let me go ahead and show you guys what I got. All right, walking into Home Goods, basically everything that was left over from Halloween was just like in one little spot towards the front. And I knew like right then and there, I was in a little bit of trouble. I knew I was in trouble, but immediately upon walking in, I walked straight to the back back and I found something that I thought was perfect. First thing that I was trying to recreate was this little guy here. He is a little cutie, he's a cutie. He has little bat wings, he's holding candy corn, he's got these little dangly legs, and he lights up. His little nose lights up. That's pretty fun. That's festive. Oh, I tried to go set him on my table. There's not one there. Apparently some people don't call these gnomes, they call them gonks, which is the first time I've ever heard that. And there were other little guys kind of like him, but I spotted this just adorable little fella and I thought he was perfect. Like the color scheme. They're both holding orange things. This one has a cute little pumpkin. Stripes on the hat, stripes on the vest. They both have bat wings. They have dangly little legs. They got beans in their butt. He's got a top hat. He's got like a pointy thing. I thought he was perfect. Plus, I think he's absolutely adorable and he reminds me a little bit of Tater. Tater has also been trying to eat him. I see you making eyes at my little stuffed animal. I have several and many stuffed animals that my wonderful husband has given to me over the years, and this one, they're all put up because this one thinks they're toys. He is only $14.99, which which this isn't a typical like decoration that I would go for, but he was just so cute and I thought he matched so well. I know he isn't a gnome or a gonk. Oh look, it's from Candy Corn Lane. And what is he holding? A candy corn. It's meant to be. I see you making eye contact, Tater. No! The next item that I recreated from this box, it was very serendipitous. I was just browsing at some pumpkins and all of a sudden I looked up and what do I see? Oh look, a witch's hat. I think is this the same brand? I think it's the same brand. That's so funny. Tater! That's my gnome, buddy! What you got there, bud? Did you rip off his leg? Okay, no, they're still attached. I'm sorry, buddy. I'm sorry. I know. He looks fun, doesn't he? I'm sorry, little baby. I'm sorry. But I looked up and I was like, oh my gosh, you know what that thing looks like? It looks like this thing that was in the box, but it was this thing. It's literally the same company. So this little witch hat here, it came in the box. It is from Collins Fresh and Original. It's got beans in the butt too and like a little bendy stick. This one, it was covered up, but I could tell from the L's up there. I was like, that is Collins. It's the same brand. Collins Fresh and Original, the same exact brand, same exact kind of like style of decor. I mean, obviously the fabric is different. This one has little bats on it. It's striped, it has like a polka dot bow. But truthfully and honestly, I like this one a lot better than I do this one. I think this one's really cute with the bats. This one is also a lot larger than this little guy, and this one was only $7.99. So if this bigger guy is $7.99, then like how much does this cost in the first place to buy it? It can't be much. It truly and honestly can't be much. Because like, yes, technically Home Goods is like a discount store, but the thing is like they're buying this stuff like from a manufacturer, probably for like a big bulk discount. But that's exactly what's happening here. They're buying it from a manufacturer for a bulk discount, maybe not as large as Home Goods. So if I can get this one for $7.99, like how much are they saying this one is worth in that box? But I was very pleased with this one. This is like the best recreation I've ever done because it's literally from the same company. Just might look a little bit different, but it's the same company, same type of decor. This is where things start getting a little questionable, okay? Questionable. I really did try my best, but there is so little to choose from. So I feel like I definitely had to pay up for some things, maybe sacrifice some things. Oh my gosh, I just set that down!
Potatoes, what you got there, bud? What you got there, buddy? What is that? What you find on the floor? Can I see it, maybe? Would you maybe like me to let me see it? No, Tater. Oh, take a break. I let go. Keep that let go.
Poor little guy loves stuffed things, but we can't let him have them because he will rip them to shreds within seconds and then try to eat the stuffing, and that's not good. Okay, so like I said, this is where things start getting a little bit iffy about how well the recreation really works. So the next thing, and one of my favorite things from the original box, is this adorable little pumpkin towel. He looks kind of like the pumpkin that the cute little mouse is holding. This towel is so cute. It's embroidered, like you can see the little fuzzies from the pumpkin sticking up. I honestly thought this was gonna be so easy to find at my Home Goods because usually there's a whole aisle, like 2 rows of just towels with stuff on them. But that entire 2 rows has been replaced with kitchen towels, so it was very difficult to find any one singular tea towel. There were a couple like bath towels and stuff, but I felt like that wasn't the same, and I wanted something that felt along those lines. I really like that kind of like linen material and stuff. So what I was able to come across were these. It's not the same at all, and I'm a little bit sad about that, but I do think these are very cute. I love the stitched edges of them, and it's a set of 4 towels in here, so I think that's nice. These were only $7.99, so I don't think that's too terrible. I think these are adorable, and they're a little bit more versatile. You could leave these out for like all of fall, or honestly, they're just orange. You could leave these out all year round. Get some use out of them if you're having like a slightly nice dinner party. We've never had one of those, but you know, we could put some like napkin rings around these. Oh, we'd be so fancy. Maybe we'll host Thanksgiving dinner for 2 other people, and we we could use our fancy napkins. All right, next on the adventure, this daggone pumpkin gave me grief. It really did. I do think this pumpkin apple is very cute. I happened to be shopping with my mom at the Peddler's Mall the other day, and we found the same apple. Is this also from Collins? It's from Collins. They probably had these in the Home Goods at some point, and they just were sold out. I looked around everywhere for a stuffed pumpkin that I thought would go well with it. I found one that was really cute. It looked like it had sweater material on it, but there were some flowers that I wasn't a fan of. I even went next door to TJ Maxx and they did have a couple of stuffed pumpkins there, but they weren't in like fantastic shape. But what I was able to find was a good amount of these kind of velvety pumpkins. So yeah, they definitely look different. But honestly, this one's definitely more farmhousey, and I didn't want farmhousey stuff. Nothing wrong with farmhousey stuff, it's not my personal style. And this one's definitely a little less on the farmhouse side, so honestly, even though it doesn't look quite like this one, I still feel like it works and it might match my style better. I really like this dark kind of like mossy green velvet, and it has a little like stem. The stem honestly looks super real. I mean, it's obviously a plastic stem, but like the detailing and stuff on it, the little like spikes and everything makes it look kind of real. And I don't know, I just thought it was kind of cute. It has like beanbag stuffing in it, where there's this one is just like polyfill. It says made by artisans with care. That's nice. And this was $14.99. Some of the other pumpkins that I was looking at were like $12.99, and I could have got those, saved a couple of bucks, but out of all the options that I had left, I like this one the most. Moving on to an item here that I know you guys are going to be sad about, because any of like the good comments about this box were about this mug. This giant massive mug, which I think is really cute. It's too hard to handle. Like your fingers can't go in there, right? So people were saying, okay, you can use it for like makeup brushes or put some like utensils in it. Make it like a planter for a fall theme bouquet. All of those things are really good ideas, but they aren't like mug ideas. You know what I mean? So as I was looking around for like a mug the size of my head, I was having a really hard time finding anything that was like remotely similar. I could find massive like Santa mugs. I could find real cute mugs with puppies on them, which I did almost buy one of those. Nothing that was like a pumpkin jack-o'-lantern themed or this massive. So hear me out. Hear me out. This is what I was thinking. Because you really can't use this as a mug. Like, this is just not like hot liquid holding friendly. I thought to myself, what if I found another like ceramic pumpkin-y thing that could also serve like a functional purpose, but it isn't necessarily a mug? Because this, if I use this, it's not going to be as a mug. I'm going to stick some stuff in it. So I came across this little guy here. It is a ceramic pumpkin. You know, we got like the pumpkin bumps just like the mug. It's relatively the same size, I swear. And it just got some like cute little golden bats on it. There's a couple like little stars and things. And then the lid does come off, so it can be like a functional kitchen thing. I'm thinking about putting some maybe like cute cookies in here. And by cute cookies, I mean Oreos. You can put some candy in it. You can put anything you want to in it. Basically like this. You can put whatever you want to in this mug. Just probably not hot coffee, at least for me. So I know it's very different than a mug, but for me personally, this would be more functional. I also have 7,000 million billion mugs, and I don't know if my husband can handle it if I put another one in the cabinet. They're already like stacked up on top of each other like crazy. It's gonna be like one of those Tupperware commercials someday with a worse ending. This little ceramic pumpkin was only $9.99. Now, if I were to have purchased a mug, I could have got one for like $4.99, $5.99, so that would have been another savings. So honestly and truly, like, I definitely could have done this box for $100. I just wanted to buy stuff that I liked a little bit better. Next in here, we have this candle, okay? And I am just now coming to the realization that I didn't have to buy this candle in the Halloween section. Nothing about this candle is necessarily Halloween. It's just black. It's in the scent flannel, you know, kind of like masculine rustic. Nothing about it is like necessarily Halloween, but for some reason in my head, I was like, I have to get a candle in the Halloween section. There's a whole like black container candle section in the TJ Maxx, in the Home Goods, and I didn't even think to go over there. So this is the candle that I got in the box. I wanted to get something that was a little bit more like unique, even though this isn't super unique, but it is like, you know, after the candle's gone, you can use this for like a little planter. You could put some pins in it, something like that. It doesn't look like a standard candle jar. So I wanted to find something that wasn't a standard candle jar, and I found this. I thought it's so cute. It does say Happy Halloween on it, which makes it so much more Halloween-y than this one. But it has this adorable little cloche over it. The only thing is, it's all sealed up and I can't smell it. It's in this scent Forbidden Apple, and I do actually really like apple scented things, so I'm hoping this smells good. I just think that's adorable. That's so cute. And even like if you don't want to use the base part after you're done, having like a little cloche is so handy. You could put it on like a cheese board. You know, if you're having like a charcuterie or something, it looks so cute sitting there covering up some cheese or some fruit or something. Or if you did want to reuse this for something else, you have like a little bow to go over it. So I think it's really cute. Also, the smell is really nice. Ooh, it's definitely like a fall kind of wintry scent. It's just like an apple with a bit of spices in it. I think it smells really good. This candle was $9.99 and I don't think that's a terrible price. Now it isn't like a soy candle or anything, but neither was this. And it just comes in the cutest little container, so I think it's adorable. I also wonder if I could scratch off this Happy Halloween. I could probably get some acetone, take it right off, or I could just turn it this way for non-Halloween times and then this way for Halloween times. Okay, next up, three of my least favorite things out of the original box are these little like square pumpkins. I don't know what it is about them. This one I think is just the spookiest looking thing. People told me they had tracked these down on the internet and this one is supposed to have a little bow on it, but it doesn't for some reason. They're made out of super cheap hollow wood and they just feel honestly like I could find these at the Dollar General. Maybe even the Dollar Tree, like this little one, the Dollar Tree, yeah. So I was looking around for some home decor that came in like a set of 3. I found some like little sign thingies, but I was like, they're not really my favorite. Again, they're like wood with words on them. Not my favorite thing. And then I saw this guy and I was like, hey, that's the 3 pumpkins, kind of. This one's bigger than that one and that one's bigger than that one, just like these are, and it's black. So I figured this could work. Also, it has a hollow little bottom back here so you could like slide a candle into it. I feel definitely like it would look better with like the eyes illuminated and stuff. You get that kind of glow from the flame, which might replicate like the orange faces on these. However, I think this is too expensive. They have $19.99 on this guy and I think that's too much. To me, this feels like a $14.99 stack of pumpkins all day long. I think 20 bucks is just, it's too much. But again, I was very, very limited on choice and selection, so I went with this. I do like it much more than I like these, but I do wish the price was less. All right, so moving on to my next least favorite thing in here, which is this kind of wonky sign. We talked about how like it's all warped and like the dye is rubbing off and there's like chips and stuff on it, and it's just, it looks too farmhousey for my personal taste. But I still did want to find a Halloween sign, and like this one has like metal sticking off of it, and this is like, you know, a tangible thing, so something that wasn't just like super flat. And I was able to come across this. Now this is a little bit on the smaller side than the last one, but it's actually like a glass picture, which I think is really cool. There's some like glitter pumpkins here in the front, and it does say Happy Halloween. It's a sign with words on it, but for some reason this reads less farmhousey to me than the last sign. This little guy was $9.99, which I don't think is too terrible. It is kind of on the smaller side, but there is glass in it, so I feel like that maybe like upped the price a little bit. I just thought this one was cute and it matches my like personal Halloween decorating style a little bit better than the other one. All right, so the last item so the very last thing in the original box was this adorable tiny pillow, and I thought this was so cute, and I also thought this was going to be super easy to recreate at HomeGoods because I feel like if I had gone again like 2 weeks earlier they would have plenty of these. It's just the tiniest little pillow. It says Boo. It's all embroidered and stuff. It's got kind of like a velvety orange material, which I really liked the velvety orange. But you guys, I couldn't find a daggone single pillow that came close to recreating this unless it was like a fully bedazzled, intricately beaded sugar skull pillow that was like 25 bucks. Oh, I do love skulls and stuff. I'm like, if this pillow is going in my house, Tater will eat every single one of those beads off. So I had to abandon that pillow and I went to the actual like pillow section. Unlike the candle, where I thought I wasn't able to like exit the Halloween section, I did actually exit the Halloween section to go find a pillow. And unfortunately, as cute as this is, I was not able to find anything remotely similar. What I ended up getting were these 2, I think, very pretty pillows. They're very soft and squishy. I love this orange velvet on them. This orange velvet is much nicer than like this orange kind of faux-ish velvet. I wouldn't even fully call this velvet. This I would call velvet though. I think they're really pretty and I'm actually gonna like put them out in my house. They can stay out year round. I love the color. I wanted to bring in some more like kind of rich warm tones. I think these are gonna be perfect. They're not a perfect recreation, not at all whatsoever, but we're getting elements. We got the orange, we got the velvet, and that's where it pretty much stops. And for the 2 of these pillows, they were $24.99. So like the same price as a skull pillow, but like Tater's not gonna eat these, hopefully. They just have like a really nice feel to them. Again, this is something that I could keep out like year round to get more use out of it, get more value out of it. And there's 2 of them and they're big. All right, now for the receipts. This is a shipping receipt from the USPS. Well, I guess I'm keeping everything. I have no idea what the receipt is. This is why I gotta choose things that I actually really like and will use in my house, because where's the receipt? That means I'm gonna have to be doing some math. So my total for everything that I purchased before sales tax was $120.91. I'm sorry that I don't have the receipt to show you guys. I promise though. That's how much it was. And then if we add on the sales tax, that's another $7.25. So we're looking about $128 is what I spent for everything here. Now, I mean, that is more than I wanted to spend. I truly wanted to spend like no more than $100, and I honestly think I could have done it. I really do. Especially if I went like earlier on when they had more options for me to pick from. But I also wanted to pick things that I really liked and thought I would get use out of. And I wanted to pick things that I honestly just thought were better than what came in this box, because I was so underwhelmed with like the quality of the item, the value of the item, like everything in this box was incredibly underwhelming. So I just wanted to get things that I thought were better. So I'll show you guys side by side, like I always do, what these two collections of items look like side by side. We have the box collection of items, and then we have the ones that I got for cheaper at Home Goods. So there's everything. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you think about like the little expose we did at the beginning, and then also all the items here that I selected to try to recreate this box. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down below in the comments. I love reading and responding to them, and yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. So thank you so very much for watching. Please go ahead and consider subscribing if you wouldn't mind. It means the absolute world to me. I just hope you guys have a lovely, wonderful, fantastic day, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye!